Yeah, blah, blah, blah. All right, good morning. I'm live with crappy lighting as usual. Yeah, so, I'm frozen. I froze on screen. Oh no, I froze. This is my campfire horror story. Look, once there was a princess that lived in a cabbage. A cabbage. Yeah, you would think I'm all kinds of drugs sometimes, drugged out. I am tired. I have not slept. I have to get close to this in order for you guys to hear me. I got too much ambient noise going on, and some of it I just can't control. So I am in a new location. It's much smaller. I gotta do a background, which is coming. I My budget for this is basically like $10 a month. I get freebies occasionally from people. That's nice. That helps. I did start a music ministry, and unfortunately, some kind of issue occurred with a scam liar who really fucked up my shit. And if some of you are considering me the enemy and you want me destroyed, I'm like, well, you're gonna have to try harder. Well, some of us aren't afraid of death. And yeah, you guys aren't supposed to dim yourselves, by the way. I know. I barely wear makeup because I can't afford it. I don't have time. I mean, I know how to, I've been learning more and more about it. But yeah, the long hair is done. That was an unfortunate incident, so I had to do home haircut. So I get this lion's mane with two little hair horns sticking out. It's awesome. It's awesome. But what you see is what you get here. I'm Dr. Mia Luth. It is 10:20 a.m. on 5/11, 2025, and that's May. So I'm doing a few things. This is my little homemade treasure box. Somebody started this in a healing art group for mental health and left it behind. So I added some features and they did some. It is kind of sparkly, but these are donated items in here, and I needed to weigh it down to counterweight this up top. So that's what I did. Put some stuff in the front, so now it's as it should be. I try and flex my creative muscle any which way I can. It isn't that easy when your resources were absconded with. So I handed a lot off to God, and I'm, I'm used to getting flack, but I'm not used to getting flack from friendly fire. I mean, were you trying to sharpen my skills? If you were trying to kill me, it didn't work. Anyway, so I just want to say hello to the Rosicrucians and thank them for the uh, Council of Solace. Okay, crossing the rows. Uh, you know, it's not exactly a secret society. And a lot of people are saying secret society because you don't bother to go research it or you don't go bother to talk to them. I mean, you can walk right up to a building that mentions the Masons. They're not hiding. I don't understand what the big issue is. I'm not saying that all Masons are good people. I'm just simply saying I don't know what your issues are. Have you gone to talk to one? Have you walked into a building and said, I mean, and there are female Masons, right? Regardless, these are my. See, I gotta like pull some Elton John every so often. Um, I have to, unfortunately, have a little notebook to write things in to remind me things that make it worthwhile. You guys make this really hard for me, and I'm wondering why. Okay? I've gone by more than one name, by the way, but my legal name these days is Maria. Okay? I'm going to need some truth tellers, and I'm going to need some people who actually know how to knock out false information. Heads up. Volunteer if you have to. Lose all your money if you have to. Quit hanging on to stuff that you don't really need. Okay? Now, I would have asked this of anyone if I hadn't already done it myself. House of Music is a huge mess. And some of you, if you've used spells and other kind of things, and some of you admit to doing it, you clean up your own mess. Because there is a rule for that. And if you don't follow them, you end up getting hit with the wrong and the harm. You understand? That's not going to change. Clean up your own messes. Yeah, so I actually have to do that. I do have a therapist. We work on some things. I do some, I'm repurposing canvases. So right now I'm going to pick this up and show you around my new spot and mention some other things. Oh, ASMR you, I'll wait. Instead of trying to put you to sleep. Oh, wrong kind of glue, wrong kind of, oh, lesson learned, wrong kind of glue. Anyway, that's just something now I gotta fix. This goes in the fix pile with the wrong glue. Sometimes you live and learn that way. I can't really yell. I can't really raise my voice too much. It's not good for me. As far as me playing guitar, uh, um, neurological Parkinsonism causes certain things with my body and my muscles. So, yeah, I doubt that's gonna. It doesn't stop me from trying, but I'm concentrating on my voice because that's a musical instrument, and so it's the best I can do. And it keeps me going sometimes. My guitar used to be my go-to for mental health or live concerts or live ice hockey games, and I don't have the income or support for that. I don't. It is not okay that I don't have the income and support for it. I don't consent to being ripped off and lied to and scammed. I also don't consent to those of you who think that everybody cheats on their taxes. That's a lie. Okay? It's a lie. Right? I'm not afraid to talk to witches, by the way, or demons. And there's someone down in Florida, Dr. Kelly, and I'm gonna hold up something here. Okay. Uh, um, associate's degree in anatomy and physiology. I have a bachelor's degree in animal behavior. I'm trying to find the shot a little better. And I have a bachelor's degree in psychology. Those are from Towson University. I've got a certificate that I am a paranormal investigator. Those of you who are hunting ghosts, don't be surprised if the ghosts hunt you back. What are you hunting for? Hmm? You don't hunt them. Wrong. A lot of you have gotten like snowed over. You've been duped. You're following along brainlessly. And yeah, the creator of all things did not give you a brain so that you could, walk around not using it. Okay? Figure out who you are. Know yourself. Okay? A lot of people will say, learn to love yourself. Nope. Right out the gate. Teach your children to get to know themselves. Me, certified. Okay? Some of you listening to some bullshit. And then the whole thing with Zach Bagans is going to come out. He's been tricked and duped a few times too. All right? Enough with it's a spirit, it's an orb. No, it's not. Most of the time, it is not. It's very boring being a paranormal investigator. And there are things that you don't think about that are known in the modern physics natural world that actually can happen, including scammers and hoaxsters and liars and cheats and thieves, and people who are narcissists and need attention, and people who think they're special and need attention. You do not want to enable them. Wake up. Wake up. Hey, my boys. It's up now. All right? Doctor of Medical Physical Science, right here. It's fake. This is not a scam. Okay? So many people online paranoid. You're hurting people. You're destroying lives. You cowards. I do not abide by the. This is my face. This is real me. I'm a pure human. Some people think I'm a demon, and some people think I'm an angel. Some people think I'm stupid, and some people think I'm brilliant beyond the point of explanation. So, who am I supposed to believe? Get to know yourself. It's the best advice I could give to any. Straight out the gate, like from the womb on out. And if you're a parent, then you should be making sure your kids know to do that as young as possible. The Gospel of St. Thomas has been available on earth for years on end. Okay? Some stuff you say is hidden because you just refuse to go looking for it. Okay? Those of you get it handed to you on a platter, what the hell? You can't defend yourselves. You don't know how to do research. You're just wasting people's time. You got to do the work. The end. Yeah, I'm non-denominational, by the way, because there's only one Holy Christ that's a male, and no one has proven otherwise. Okay? But I'll talk to whoever I want to talk to, including witches and wizards and Vikings and pagans, and I don't even know. Whatever pops up. All right? But I do have an illness. I have quite a few things going on. Osteoarthritis. I mean, some of the things I've been diagnosed with, I probably don't have. And some of it does have to do with spiritual matters. Or, some people say ascension. People want to say, oh, there's no such thing. I'm like, well, then you close yourself off. And you need to remember who you are. I volunteered, right? I should be the one getting support. I should be the one. Quit asking me for money. Okay, I started a nonprofit while I had COVID, while I was being attacked by the cowards who live somewhere else. Speaking of tragedy in my life. You guys don't know tragedy like I know tragedy, and I wouldn't wish it on you no matter what you did to me. Don't dim yourselves. And let's see, Roadhouse. Go watch the movie Roadhouse. Let's just say I'm the cooler. Okay? The order and command is you do not need to be nice. All right? This is the reality of skin. You understand? It gets rough. It gets splotchy. Let's see. I got some teeth that are kind of yellowy. Things that are going on. Yeah, reality, folks. This, you understand? You want to hide from some things. I am not an escapist. I don't run from my own life. Also, uh, there are people, and some of you who are out there in the world are those kind of people. Narcissists, of course, but not everybody's a narcissist. Many of you are not qualified in any way to make statements online. Okay? But I have put my qualifications out there numerous times over and over again, consistently. My story hasn't changed. The truth cannot change. Right? Oh, by the way, before I forget, prayers to the front man of Three Doors Down. There's a few others, but I'm going to mention that one. We lift him up in prayer. God, comfort his family. You're going to heal him. You're going to heal him. You're not. Take him quickly. Okay? I mean, there's plenty in the music industry and people who know will be there to comfort his family if that's the way you go. But, I hope that there's some breakthroughs for him because stage four is not a good sign. But I have met people who have come back from stage four, just not that type of cancer. So may you be blessed. And, you know, ultimately, God's got a plan. Sometimes that plan is not to heal you, but to let you pass away. So that's the case. May it be peaceful. Okay? Like the people that he might leave behind, you look after each other, and may they have the strength to do that. May he have the strength to follow God's plan and not resist. So, some musical people have sent some prayers out. I am too. Power prayers. Get in here. Uh, Dan. Okay. Um, I mean, I have a lot to say, but I'm just doing things on the fly as they come because some of this is going to be used as footage. I have tried to look over things and start a documentary, but it's one of those start-stop processes that I didn't start doing this for that reason. I started doing it because I've done an online diary out loud for years on end. Years. I blogged before anybody else blogged. It's true. You can find proof of it online. I vlogged before most people were vlogging. Okay? But I was typing things out. So now it is a little easier for me to access some kind of tech, and typing becomes an issue sometimes because I will get tremors. I have weakness in the hands. The diagnosis is um, functional movement disorder, functional neurological disorder, and it is a type of movement disorder. The worst part of it is when I am at rest, which if I'm resting when I'm asleep, I wait, if I'm sitting too long or when I lay down to go to sleep, I can't stay. Um, Still, it's neurological situation, and so I don't get much sleep. That decreases my life, medically speaking, by a great deal. I came to terms with the fact a while ago, though I probably would not see the age of 60. I mean, I'm 53. Some might consider that a pure miracle, but no, apparently I'm not quite finished here. But I did volunteer, okay? No one may take advantage of me anymore. It just can't happen. No one can steal from me anymore. It just can't happen. Okay? I spoke it. It is being done. It's done. Enough. No, excuse me. No, I'm one of those. Like, no, no, no. You guys are supposed to protect me. I expect much better from God. And I'm going to say that out loud. Yeah, I did. I called him a dick twice on this. Why? Because clearly I don't understand why certain things are happening, especially to animals and the innocent. So I will come at God. And if you are not the creator of all things, and if you are not the one who's omniscient and omnipotent, okay, then stop answering for God. I can hear God just fine. I communicate to God daily. And you all, when you want to give me medication, because I'm an INFJ and I'm autistic and I'm a female and I'm genuine and authentic. Have I told lies in my life? The answer is yes. But mostly because if I tell the truth, no one freaking believes me. And people want to punish me and they don't want to hear the truth. They want to hear some version that puts them in a good light and makes them rich or makes them popular or takes away all the pain, removes suffering from their lives. Well, some of you came here on purpose. You decided to come here. I volunteered. I'm the one that should be getting a charity. I'm the one who should be held up and supported, especially if you are a Christian male. You don't have excuses for ignoring me. Quit dogging on women. That's called projection. Just because one woman hurt you bad doesn't mean the rest of us are going to do that. Learn to heal before you get into another relationship, by the way. Those of you who are musicians, wrangle yourselves. Hold on to yourselves. Look, there's a song, a Bush song, or it could be Gavin. No, I think it's just Bush song. And there's a Palais Royale song. Hold on to yourself. Okay? And you need to hang on to God. You hang on for dear life. Okay? Holy Lord Jesus has gone by other names too. But the Gospel of Thomas has been available for years. Okay? Quit saying, oh, they've hidden it from us. I'm like, how much research did you do? Some of us get Russian because we're listening, because we tune in. And so those of you who are having difficulty, if you feel lost or you feel like there's too much noise, tune in to me. Tune to because I'm tuned into him. And I'm in alignment no matter what anybody wants to tell me. I know I can understand the Holy Spirit in certain ways. I'm not saying that I understood way. But for at least 10 years straight, that's all I was doing was studying and aligning myself with the Holy Spirit and what is good for this world and what is good for humankind and what is good for other kinds. Humans, you are not the only beings in existence. Okay? You're not. I'm the kind of person, I'll give a felon a second chance. But when you blow that, that's it. We're done. And then you should get the full punishment. For whatever reason, I get attacked. And if it's some of you behind my back, or who don't know me, or who want to make comments or speak something into my life, well, you don't have that power. Right? I'm Sigma Super Empath INFTJ. And I've been straight through the darkness. Just walk right through it. Some of you live under fear, and it gets you, and it puts you in a horrible state. You don't have anything to fear. I know, but you don't need to fear death either. Now, there are some who may choose to just discontinue. There's some may not want an eternal death because they're frightened, because they don't have the right information, because they've gotten so much pain in one life and been hurt so badly in one life. The unknown is just unacceptable to them because of how badly they've been hurt. A lot of that's not the holy, true, merciful, originator of all things. Who, by the way, is not human. Right? Some of us might be otherworldlies amongst you. But you don't want to believe that. So you gotta, seeing is believing. Right. Well, listen, even the scientists, when it came to the God particle, the Higgs boson, they didn't see it, but they had faith it was there. They didn't see it, but they believed it was there. And around the time of the just before that, right, the Higgs boson was actually captured and filmed and seen because of uh, CERN. Okay, some of you are accusing people of being demons. Stop with the false accusations. Okay, if you don't know, just stay quiet. Okay, if you stay quiet, you do not look like a fool at the very least. But gentlemen, you have to accept that I'm a female. Let go of the stupid shit. We are equal in some ways, but we do not act the same. And we are not physically the same. I'm all you got. So I expect better from the universe right now. If I fire back, it quite literally could kill with energy and words. Some of you are just not aware that you can choose the one who was known as Jesus of Nazareth, the one who was known as Jesus Christ, the Christ Jesus, the one who was known as being the natural born child of a woman named Mary and the adopted child of a man named what? Who? Joseph. Okay? You can choose him as your high priest. The order of Melchizedek. If you're Jewish, you probably would say Melchizedek. If you're not, you would probably say Melchizedek. Okay? Some of this stuff is not being hidden from you. You understand it. You just don't want to look. You don't want to hear it. You want it your way, all the way, every day. Okay, projection, in the term that people in the field of psychology use, is when you project onto other people traits and characteristics you don't like about yourself. So there are some, let's not mix up terminology, who projection, you're projecting your, your life ahead of you, projecting your reality. Right. Those two things are different from each other. There's also something called transference. Right? Many of you project crap onto me. And I'm no patience. better than 99.9% of the humans on this planet. If you don't know what a Godhead is, do some research. Okay? But scientists, I understand the physical world, physical proof. I get it. And when it comes to paranormal psychology and all those kind of things, the supernatural, there are ways to prove it scientifically. It's just that it's got to be out of the box kind of thing. But there are ways to bring it into terms and terminologies and show some things. Okay? But they have to be consistent and they have to be agreed upon by the larger community, which is why I have issue with Zags and a few others. Okay, because people hear very different perspective thing, and EVPs need to be listened to in a blind listen. Okay, scientists know what I mean by that, right? You aren't factual information that you can understand and that's being told to you in general terminology. So some of you your trust in sources that you shouldn't. Critical thinking is something that Dr. Kelly kind of went through with, being my teacher, mentor for my PhD. Uh, and I agree. Okay, being a paranormal investigator is very boring. Okay, there is sensationalization. Yes, that's happening. And I would never work with anybody from that show if you can't remain calm. I mean, it's just unprofessional. That it's unprofessional. You need to be taught what professional is. You need to be taught how to not react to something that's just touched you that no one can see. I've had things walk through me. I'm not frightened of demons, but I think that one who is known as a demon, in the way that humans understand, should step up, commanded, by the way, and pay Dr. Kelly down there in Florida a visit. And you know who I mean. Paranexus. Okay? Paranexus.org is something that you guys should research if you are in that field and you're interested in, say, fringe psychology, parapsychology, the actual supernatural. We should all be working together. Okay? And many people are assuming things and you're scaring the hell out of other people. And some of you are doing it so that you can buy a house more cheaply. Some of you are using your powers not for good, for your good and yours alone. That is not acceptable. There are rules. You will suffer the consequences, and it won't be me. Because there is one who is much bigger than me. When I go cold, that's it. Your time is up. Anyway, so some of us have spiritual gifts, and they are somewhat hard to explain. Um, I have all kinds of patients from people who aren't awake yet. Some are spiritually dead. If you look in scripture, it does say that he raises those who are dead in spirit first. Okay? Now, the end could just be another beginning. You understand? So, if you were to look at Mayan and Incan civilizations and civilizations that were around during a certain time on Earth, and there are still some remnant on Earth, they didn't just disappear into nothingness. Just because you can't see them with your own two eyes does not mean they do not exist. Okay, these things. The beginning of the end was 2012. And it says right in scripture, and just check Matthew. Okay? Those four books are known as gospel. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, right? Uh, Jesus says, "You will see these things, you will see these signs, these things will happen, but it is not yet the end." Okay? But sometimes an end is just your stepping stone, your next step to a new beginning. There's a Shinedown song I like. Sometimes goodbye is a second chance. Sometimes goodbye is a second chance. All right. People want to call it a continuum. The thing of it is that it's not, because it's not really linear time. Okay. So some of you get stuck looking at things linearly, and that's why it doesn't make sense to you, because the Bible is presented to us non-linearly. If time doesn't exist, then you can't have, you quite literally not have a timeline, because that's what it means, linear line. Okay. I'm trying to say this in regular, everyday words. You understand? That make more sense to the regular, average person. But I wanted to mention some music. There are a lot of things happening. I'm trying to keep track of a lot of music and musicians, and I'm now learning about some new ones to me, new ones to the world, basically getting out there, but new to me. And see, the thing of it is that once I start with a band or artist, I stick with them until either I die or they aren't anymore. But I know Disturbed touring, Shinedown touring. Look for tour dates for Chevelle. It's coming up. I'm so happy. Chevelle's got a new album out. They got a new song. Rob Thomas from Matchbox 20, solo work. He's preparing for a tour. He's got things. He's got tickets tour. I don't know. I think Muse is on tour. Youngblood has a double album coming out, I think in June. 2 songs out now. I mean, I could just go on and on. I try very hard to mention these things. Josh Groban has an album called Gems, which is, I guess it's like a best of album. I listen to a wide variety of music, okay, but I do tend to listen to rock. it it's ooh, I got glitter all all my face is gonna be. I know I've got glitter all over my new room. Uh, anyway, these things I try to gently mention these things that some of you can't see, okay, but some of us can, depending on your spiritual gift. So where the veil is thin, you can see right through it. Okay, sometimes communication from air quote God can happen any of your senses, or a sixth or seventh or eighth sense that is an extension of us. Okay, um, so you don't poo-poo something just because you can't see it or you don't understand it. Every time in my life I'm walking around clueless, even in school, like flunk the class, like what the hell? But I take the class again, I'm gonna get like A plus. It could be the teacher, but it could be just I didn't have the right foundation for it. I didn't have the right prerequisite. I didn't have, something else was going in my life that was distracting me. I don't know. The point is, I tried again. There was one college course I had to try 3 times, but then I was like, "Woo! I blaze!" Yeah, people hated me. I was breaking the curve left and right. Like I get all the dirty looks every day. Me throwing the curve. Anyway, yeah, music. It can heal. Some people actually have that intention when they write music. Some people are they want to talk, sing about their life and put stuff out there and get rid of some stuff. But you're dumping your junk on people sometimes, so you gotta be aware of that. Some they just don't know what else to do. Some just have this natural gift and talent for a certain instrument or for I don't know. creativity, it's not always meant to be entertaining. I mean, some people don't consider themselves entertaining. They just consider themselves musicians. Whether you're entertained or not, it makes no difference. But yeah, I mean, I have to stick to my voice, so I need a band. I did meet this fellow named Doug, and he plays guitar, and he's feeling creative. So maybe we got something going on. And oh, there's some kind of very large bug on the ceiling. I'm like, it's making its way to me, and the way it's moving, I think it's a spider. Anyway, yeah. So I will spend hours and hours and hours scouring through certain social media um, before I get online and say things because I like to get as many different perspectives as I can. Uh, if I stumble in my speech or I get quiet or something, there isn't much I can do about it. I do have plans to buy a better microphone, but this is your basic laptop. My other two laptops went bye bye, and I lost some things there. But oh well, it happened. Not much I can do about it. I can't sit around. I mean, I felt the loss. Yeah, I've got glitter on my face. Let's see, what are you? Oh, you're a spider. Hello. Yeah. So I know. I'm not that attractive to some people because of my crappy hair, and you guys want perfect clothing and all this other crap. And like I don't think about that. But I don't need to be perfect for anybody, not even God. So, and if you're perfect for someone, then that's probably by design. But I am uh, sending out to my brothers, and quite a few of them are known on Earth. Like, fellas, you need to help me out. Okay, you were supposed to be helping me this whole time. Some of you got by witches. Well, by the way, look, witches, I'm not giving you crap. I'm just saying you do have that option to choose Jesus as your high priest. When you want to be a part of the solution, that's a step in the right direction. All right, I'm not saying you got to go running off to church and oh yeah, he, he's going after a fly, the spider, um, which is why sometimes they're good to keep around. I can't say I like them crawling on me, but whatever. Sometimes they do that. Sometimes we swallow them. Ew, oh, gross. Yes, truth, truth, truth. I mean, there's things that we can do to treat this earth better, to be honest. Some people, okay, uh, have forgotten themselves. So there are some of us who are, hey, wake up. Remember who you are. Family, hi. So I don't have earthly family in that sense, as in, you know, because they all passed away. So I'm 53 and I have no family. Okay? I mean, some of you people getting stuff for free because you're using a charm, because you're using, I mean, technically it's cheating. It's also, some of you can't use it um, for your own selves, which is why sometimes you team up. But what I'm saying to those kind of put spells on people, do these things, I know that some of it works. some of it's just the way things are, and you don't really know how to explain it, so you concentrate and put the intention out there in the universe and whatever, whoever may help you. But just remember that you are removing somebody's free will when you do that. And there is proof of a big flood on earth, and there is proof that in the area known as Sodom and Gomorrah, pretty much got fire fireballed right off the face of the earth. Okay? Scientific proof. There's some cataclysmic things that happen on earth. Some of us know there's no coincidences in happy accidents and stuff. Well, I mean, sometimes there are, okay? But for the most part, this is all happening by design. Okay? And you guys have misconstrued reptile brain, by the way. All right? It's part of human growth, it's part of growing up. All right? Uh, some of you have cheated me. Some of you have stolen from me, and because you stole from me, you stole from God. But even if I were the devil, doesn't mean I hate God. I'm not happy with some of it and some of the plan, my detriment a lot. I even harm in ways that others to be harmed. And because of the empathetic nature of me, I can't avoid that pain. And sometimes when I'm in pain, it makes other people uncomfortable because they don't understand that I'm feeling the pain of 10, 20, 30, 50, 200, 20,000. And when it comes to distance healing, it takes a lot of time and concentration. And I've been doing it without assistance and support. And that is going to stop. Do you hear me? That is a command. Energy work. Some of you don't know what the hell you're doing, and you're fucking yourselves all up. So some of these skills are now going to be dormant again. And you will be provided with a proper teacher and proper mentor. Okay? Some of you have done this to yourselves and your own generations and your own children and your own parents. Look into your own eyes and know yourself before you go after anybody else. I've already done. What? Go get the flies. Oh, you're doing laps? No, laps across the ceiling. All right. So it's 48. I mean, it's a longer one because I haven't been able to do this, but tons of bands, music on tour, new music. The oldsters are still at it. I mean, there are people over 50 who their bands are still going. They take breaks. They do solo projects. They get pissed off at each other sometimes, but a lot of times they come back to each other. I mean, some of these bands have been around for a long time, and they still know what they're doing. Some, you fucked yourselves all up. I'm tired of unfucking all you guys. And I removed protection from a lot of you so that you're the one who gets hit with the consequences and not an innocent or me. In a sense, I have always been. So I am asking that some things be revealed. Whether anybody's ready for it or not, whether anybody wants the truth or not. Okay, some of this is just total bullshit on YouTube, and I'm tired of that. Like, if you actually seek truth, then you will get truth. And if that truth does not match anything that you thought, oh well, you wanted it, you asked for it. All right? It's not a good idea to attack me. I have permission to unalive certain types. Excuse me, U.S. government. Do we have an issue with each other? If that is the case, then don't be cowards. Send someone right to my door. And by the way, I wouldn't say this or write anything online or say something to one person that I wouldn't say to the person that I was referring to right to their face. Okay? Sometimes it's not an option, but if it became one, I would say all of these things right to the face of the one that I'm talking to. So right now, this is the best I can do, but I am not doing this alone anymore. And I've already won. Some of you think I'm holding you up and you're giving me shit. Like I'm the slow one. Hey, I lapped most of you a while back. And if I'm protecting children, you will see the face of death. I gotta be honest with people. But no, not all rock music. I'm more rock than rock and roll. We can just keep rocking instead of rolling around, running people over. Yeah, anyway, so I, it's 52 minutes in. Just remember that you can, if you have a computer and you are looking at the non-app form of um, YouTube, you can go in the corner or down in one of the things to the rotary wheel and to the settings and play this at a faster pace so that the silences and if you're picking up, you can also help yourself learn faster that way. That's a way to train your brain to accelerated learning. It's a way to train your brain. Now on the app, I have not seen a way to do that. It's 11:11. So bye. There's your sign. It's 11:11. I'm familiar with the Archangel Michael. If you need proof of him, you're going to get it. You will regret that.